When NASA's Apollo program began landing astronauts on the moon, they explored the lunar surface, conducted scientific experiments, snuck in a round of golf, and planted an American flag at each landing site. 6 flags to be exact. This would of course fly in the face of the International Space Treaty, but President Nixon promised we weren't trying to take over the moon, and well, pretty much no one cared. Yet nobody realized that this would be a devastating blow to the pride of our nation. The problem lies right here, the Lunar Flag Assembly. Designed by NASA engineer Jack Mr. Fix-It Kinzel, it consisted of a government-issue 3x5-foot American flag held aloft by gold anodized aluminum tubes. While the device played well on camera, it didn't really stand the test of time. During the first landing, Apollo 11 astronauts Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong had trouble inserting the staff into the lunar surface. And while lifting off from the moon, Aldrin noticed the American flag being knocked over by blasts of exhaust. On the next mission, Apollo 12 astronauts placed the flag further away and everything went according to plan. Until the hinge broke and the flag was left drooping for all of eternity. NASA engineers reinforced the hinge, and after a near miss by Apollo 13, the Apollo 14 crew successfully planted their flag. Photos taken by the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter in 2012 show the shadows of the flags themselves, proving that Apollo 12, 16, and 17's flags are indeed still standing. The same images confirmed Buzz Aldrin's account of the Apollo 11 flag being blown over, while the fate of the 2 other flags from Apollo 14 and 15 remains a mystery. Alright then, what's so illegal about these moon flags? To answer that, we have to go back to June 14, 1923, when the American Legion held a conference to write the first national flag code. Drawing from the various traditions and customs at the time, they created a standardized set of guidelines for displaying and honoring the American flag. And after a slight change to remove the Bellamy salute, the National Flag Code became a law. The code gives detailed instructions on when, where, and how to display the American flag. For instance, above the flags of states, but at the same level as flags of other countries. On the right fender of a car, but not the left. And other mundane stuff, like flying the flag at half-staff if someone important dies, illuminating the flag at night, and observing federal holidays. It also tells us what not to do with the flag. Things like using the flag in advertising, wearing it as a costume, or using it as a bed. Now, we already know the first moon flag was knocked over, and the second one is kind of just dangling there. While the other flags may still be standing, it's likely that decades of harsh ultraviolet rays have caused the colors of the flags to fade. And let's not forget about all the other stuff in the flag code. Okay, so what do we do about it? Well, according to the Flag Protection Act of 1968, a law that was in place at the time of the Apollo program, we could round up all the astronauts that planted flags on the moon and toss them in prison for a year. But that was a long time ago, and those astronauts who are still with us are quite old now. We could fine NASA up to $1,000, with interest of course, but that still doesn't solve the problem. Maybe we tell NASA to go back to the moon, grab the flags, and repatriate them back to Earth for a dignified disposal. But where's the fun in that? Enter the Lunar Flag Assembly Mark II. This theoretical and completely reasonable device would be designed to maintain the American flag in all its glory on the lunar surface. Obviously, each of the flags needs to be replaced with a brand new space-proof flag that can survive on the moon's surface. A remotely activated motor would allow the flag to be lowered to half-staff, while a battery-powered light would illuminate the flag at night. And in case of a power failure, a second backup battery would lower the flag into a box at the base of the staff, where a complex system of gears and levers would fold the flag into a neat triangle, stars out, and store it until repairs could be made. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how we solve the national crisis that is NASA's 6 illegal moon flags.